First, right here tonight, teachers in Meade County, Kentucky, right to our west, say their new safety equipment is extra fast, saving precious seconds in an emergency. Hello, everybody, and thanks for staying up just a little bit late with us tonight. I'm Doug Proffitt. As we saw firsthand today, their school district has the same technology that allowed such a fast response in the Georgia mass shooting at that school last week. WHAS11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie are in Brandenburg with the technology that can save lives at schools.
The sounds a school hallway should be filled with. But in rare occasions,
attention please, we are in a lockdown situation.
The halls could be filled with a warning.
Clear the halls. Get behind a locked door. Await further instruction.
Meade County was the first school district in Kentucky to use this system called Synergix. 3 clicks of a badge worn by every school employee will alert administrators to problems on campus. With 8 clicks, an alert is sent out, the school goes into lockdown, and 911 is immediately dispatched to the exact location the alert was sent from.
Seconds matter in a crisis.
It's done wonders. We can get here, people here faster, more safely, no more of a concentrated area where an incident could be at.
This is the same system used at the Georgia high school where a student shot and killed 2 teenagers and 2 teachers.
It's a tragedy for people to lose their lives, but to know that there could have been more lives that were lost if they didn't have that system in place.
According to the Barrow County Sheriff, within 6 minutes of someone at Appalachia High School in Georgia using the alert system, the suspect was in custody.
And those courageous educators in Georgia proved that the strategic safety solution works as designed.
Meade County implemented the system in February, creating a sense of reassurance for teachers.
As a student, you're supposed to come here and learn. You're supposed to know that this is your safe place. And we're doing everything in our power to do that. So it makes me feel good about where I work and where I live and where my kids go to school.
And students.
It creates an environment that I feel like is 10 times more safer. Not that it was not safe before, but it just ensures that likelihood that if anything were to happen, then the teachers have it right at their hand to fix it.
Since the system has been implemented, there have been 160 times that staff members have sent alerts. Nearly half of these alerts have been used for behavior, 38% for drills, 10% for medical alerts, and 4% for physical altercations. Thankfully, Meade County has not had to use the alert for an emergency shutdown.
There's always dangers in the world, and we don't create them, but we have to be ready and prepared to respond if something would happen.
Since Meade County started using the system, 6 other districts in the Commonwealth have implemented it into their schools. In Meade County, with photojournalist Elijah McKenzie, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
Well, Meade County School Superintendent Mark Martin also told WHAS11 News that districts from Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, and Indiana have been reaching out to them after the Georgia high school mass shooting. And they are planning to visit Meade County next month to learn more about this alert system. Now, the latest in Georgia this morning about that shooting. Students at Appalachia High School were allowed back into their school to pick up their belongings today. Nearly 100 teachers, administrators, and staff from the school district greeted them to show their support. Other schools in the district in Georgia will resume classes tomorrow, but it's unclear when students at Appalachia will go back. The suspected gunman, 14-year-old Colt Gray, and his father both remain in jail on several charges tonight. In Kentucky tonight, they still haven't found him. The suspected I-75 sniper is still in the woods somewhere. Classes are canceled again tomorrow for Laurel County, Kentucky schools. Kentucky State Police are now offering a $5,000 reward for any information leading to his arrest as the searchers wrapped up their 3rd day.
We are in the Daniel Boone National Forest, and this is thousands and thousands of acres. And I stated last night, it's kind of like a jungle. Well, it is like a jungle.
Kentucky State Police now leading the investigation believe Couchy is hiding somewhere in the dense thicket of the Daniel Boone National Forest off I-75 near London, Kentucky. That's where investigators say he shot and badly injured 5 people while perched below a cliff near the highway. The aerial video from KSP showing the hilly terrain that they're searching through at the moment. You see this aerial footage. WHAS11's Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Emma Gefter are back from London with how Kentucky State Police are tracking Couch.
The The search for Joseph Couch in Daniel Boone National Forest has nearby London, Kentucky cautious.
Our goal is to apply steady pressure and wearing Mr. Couch down.
Court documents reveal Laurel County sheriffs tracked Couch's phone to the area after the shooting Saturday night on I-75 near exit 49. They began their search after seeing texts from Couch saying he would, quote, kill a lot of people. The 5 people injured by gunfire survived their injuries. Bullets hit several more vehicles traveling south.
I feel like also a new level of fear has been unlocked because now you're just driving down the highway and something like this happens.
Christina Donoto believes one bullet hit a truck traveling alongside her on the way back from her New York hometown.
And then the bullet ricocheted and hit my rim and then splattered the paint on my vehicle.
Schools closed as the manhunt for the mass shooting suspect reached day 3. Teacher Larry Lee took the time off to check on his Poor Boys restaurant after a lackluster NFL Sunday for the Sports Lounge.
You just want everybody to try to keep their routine if you can and just get out, but a lot of scary people around here.
The Laurel County town doesn't know when the hunt will end, and neither does KSP.
Hopefully he'll eventually just walk out of the woods and give himself up. That's what we hope will happen.
Until then, state troopers continue searching with dogs, drones, and helicopters. KSP wants people who live near the search area to keep a lookout and check on each other. Rock Bottom Soap manager Cassie King knows that's part of the county's culture.
It's new, but it's not anything that we can't get past.
Locals helped when a call went out for food donations for the first responders working this case.
Not an hour later, they're like, hey, we have too much food. Like, please don't bring any more today, like maybe tomorrow. So our community really always does show up and show out for any help that anybody needs.
With day 4 ahead, KSP is prepared if the search expands beyond Laurel County. In London, Kentucky, Ian Hardwick, WHAS11, on your side.
Right now here on the night team, we want to take a closer look at Couch's history. We know he was arrested in 2023 in Knox County, Kentucky. He was charged with terroristic threatening for allegedly pointing an AR-style rifle at someone. Court documents show the charge was dismissed this past March. Stay with WHAS 11 News. We'll have more coverage of the search tomorrow from southeastern Kentucky. All new right now on the WHAS 11 night team. A date for victims to address Jamey Noel has been set. Monday, October 14th is sentencing day. The former Clark County sheriff has pleaded guilty to 27 felonies and has agreed to a 15-year prison sentence. But will the no-nonsense judge who has lectured Noel in the past accept it? Well, Judge Larry Medlock has been asking to hear from former employees of Noel's fire and EMS departments to speak at this hearing. Tonight, exclusively on the night team, you're going to hear from one of those workers. Travis Breeze and photojournalist Levi Hammer are joining us live right now outside the Clark County Courthouse right now. And Travis, how many people have signed up so far to speak to the judge?
Well, Doug, this Clark County Courthouse is, of course, where Jamey Noel has come in civilian clothes and, his last several times coming here brought in through the back as a prisoner. And it could be his last time here on October 14th if Judge Medlock accepts the plea deal on this date or on that date. As of last week, 12 to 15 people had submitted a written form to the Ripley County Prosecutor's Office asking to speak at this hearing. We don't have an update as of yet today. And we do know, though, as of today, that a maximum of 25 people will be allowed to speak at the hearing. And if 25 people sign up, they will get 5 minutes per person. Now, tonight in a one-on-one interview, a former employee of New Chapel EMS says 15 years is not enough.
If he is actually guilty of all those things that he did do, then I don't believe so.
Suzanne Davis wants Jamey Noel to spend more than 15 years in prison. She talked with me outside of this currently inactive New Chapel fire station.
I didn't feel like they cared about any of us, to be honest.
She worked as a paramedic at New Chapel EMS from 2020 to 2022. She and other employees we've interviewed recently are now talking about the working conditions. She has this to say to the 40 to 50 employees looking for new jobs.
I would tell them, keep looking. You're going to find somewhere that values you not only as a human being, but as a provider, that actually treats you the way you deserve to be treated.
In a statement Monday, New Chapel said, the culture instilled by Jamey Noel during his years of leadership failed to put the needs of the company's employees ahead of his own selfish desires. New Chapel's new leader, Matt Owens, says they will continue serving the community in a new way, likely with non-emergency transports. Heartland Ambulance is taking over the 911 service in Clark County. Aside from the time behind bars, Noel is slated to repay $2.8 million to New Chapel in the plea deal. Davis thinks people should sound off on the best use of that money at the sentencing.
You would like them to do something good with it?
I would like, I honestly, I think a county service, a municipal county service that is dedicated to 911 calls only would serve the area better.
Davis or anyone else can tell this directly to the judge on October 14th.
For somebody to have that many felonies stacked on them in only 15 years, that's crazy.
So October 14th is Columbus Day, which means this building is only going to be open for one purpose, and that is the Jamey Noel hearing. So they have told us that there will be 75 seats total in the actual room where the hearing is going to happen, and they're going to have several of the other courtrooms open for overflow where people can come and watch a stream of what's going on in the courtroom. In Jeffersonville, Travis Breeze for the WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
All right, Travis, thank you for that live update. Of course, Travis will be there covering it on October 14th. New on the WHAS 11 Night Team, Louisville Metro Police are asking for your help. They want you to help them identify more suspects connected to those street takeovers that happened on Labor Day weekend right outside Iroquois Park. They are looking for people who jumped onto a police cruiser during this takeover at the intersection of Newcut Road and Kenwood Drive, shown in this very video. Now, LMPD shared more photographs on social media of the people they're looking for at the moment. If you recognize anyone right here or have any information, you're asked to call the anonymous tip line, talk to detectives, give them a tip at 574-LMPD or use their online portal. A grand jury in Jefferson County has now declined to indict a Jeffersonville man on felony charges connected to the March 1st crash that left a semi-truck dangling right off the side of the 2nd Street Bridge. The Jefferson County grand jury returned a no true bill on 4 counts of the more serious charges, wanton endangerment for Trevor Branham. Police previously said he hit a stalled car and then the semi, leaving it hanging over the side of the bridge for 45 minutes. You'll remember the driver of the semi, Sydney Thomas, told me in our exclusive interview she was forgiving of him, but she wanted him to face the full charges. Branham is still charged with driving with a suspended license. That's a misdemeanor and will go back to district court.